So let's talk about imposter syndrome. So I'm dealing with some students this week who are really suffering from imposter syndrome. It's this idea that I don't belong here, that I don't belong in this space and I'm not good enough. And this is a really challenging thing to deal with. And it's really common for students of color, people who are BIPOC, first generation students. It's extremely common and it happens a lot. If you're new here, hi, my name is Shantae. I am a motivational speaker. I am a speech coach, a national speech and debate champion. And this semester, I'm a professor. And this semester, I'm actually teaching my class via TikTok. So you get to come along for the journey. So let's talk about imposter syndrome. It's really common for a lot of us who are people of color and just for a lot of people who come from marginalized people groups to be in these spaces where we feel like we don't belong, like somebody put us here and we are frauds. And we are really talented, we're really intelligent, we actually belong in these spaces, but because we've never been in these places before and we look around and don't see people who look or sound or talk like us, we feel like we don't belong in these spaces. And so here I have these students who are intelligent and are making these wonderful speeches, and they feel like they don't belong in these spaces. And thus, they feel like they're an imposter. And so we have these discussions of imposter syndrome, like, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. And they often feel like they're giving speeches to these audiences of people that they don't belong in. And it feels wrong. It feels like, oh my gosh, it's nerve-wracking, and they feel nervous and they feel like they don't belong. And I want to encourage you, because if you feel like you're an imposter and you're having bouts of imposter syndrome, don't worry, because you're actually not an imposter. The funny thing about imposter syndrome is they've done lots of studies, and if you experience imposter syndrome, it actually means you're not an imposter. So those of us who experience imposter syndrome, it's really because you actually deserve to be there. You are not an imposter. The people who are imposters don't experience imposter syndrome. So if you feel like you're an imposter, you're not. You actually deserve to be in the space that you're in. You've worked really hard. You've done the work. You earned the right to be there. People who work hard actually feel like they don't belong. It's the people who didn't do the work who are like, I deserve to be here. I've earned this. So if you feel like you're an imposter, you're actually not. So take heart. If you're feeling the imposter syndrome, be confident in yourself. Tell yourself, I've earned the right to be here. Be confident, take a deep breath, walk out there and do a good job and give a great speech, because you earned it. You are not an imposter.